Good morning, students. So, the next topic we are going to see is the magnetic field due to equatorial line. Already we have seen with axial line. So, now we are going to see with equatorial line. So, in this equatorial line, as I have told you already, the difference is first in axial line we'll be considering with the 2 points. So along the 2 points we'll be considering with the other point. So if this is A and B, and this point we are considering as C. So along the axis, if you are going to consider, that is said to be along the axial line, but in equatorial line we are considering with the 2 points, which is A and B, and this 2 points we are considering a point C which is perpendicular to this. So that denotes your equatorial line. Yes, clear? So we are considering a bar magnet which is NS, and N to be the north pole and S to be the south pole, and it has a pole strength, and that pole strength is denoted by the letter QM, as we know this already. Okay. Now consider this to be the bar magnet. So this is a south pole which is denoted by the letter S, and this is a north pole which is denoted by the letter N, and this is a center point which is C. So from the center O we are measuring this distance, and that distance is measured to be R, and this angle let us write as theta. Same way this angle also we are writing it as theta. Let us measure this full length. So as we know already, this full length we will be writing as the value to be 2L, and so the half the length we will be writing as this to be L. Again this is L. Yes, clear? Now taking this small triangle, so what is the triangle we are going to take is O, N and C. So taking this small triangle, we are going to apply with Pythagoras theorem. So when you apply with Pythagoras theorem in this triangle, what you get is, so according to Pythagoras theorem, the longest side square is equal to the sum of other two sides square, is it not? So here when you see the longest side is Cn, okay, the other two sides are this two, okay, so On square plus Cn square. So Cn square is equal to R square plus L square. Now this square you are going to bring it to other side, so when you are bringing, that becomes as root. So Cn is equal to root of, how we can write this root is, root can be written as power of 1 by 2. So this is a value of Cn. Okay. So Cn, wherever you are getting with the value of Cn, and also this side Cs also, because both are same. Okay. So instead of this Cn and Cs, we can write the value as R square plus L square the whole power 1 by 2. Yes, clear with this? So this will not be explained in your reader, but only if you know with this value you'll be able to write with all the derivation. Yes, so generally what is the formula we'll be taking is F is equal to, is it not? So that is the formula you're going to take in this also. So take this formula, which is F is equal to mu naught by 4 pi into Qm divided by, instead of R square I am writing as R dash square. Okay. Now expanding this, just the same diagram is drawn here. See here, this is S, and this is the center, and this is north pole, and this is the point C. Next is the length. Okay, and we have found out with a R square plus L square the whole power 1 by 2. Yes, so here it is 1 by 2. Same way here also it is 1 by 2. So we have written with that value, and that I am taking as R dash. Okay, same way here also that is written as R dash. And let us take the forces. So this is a north pole, is it not? And so the force exerted will be along this direction. Okay, and this is a south pole. The force will be along this direction, but it acts in the opposite direction, so it is acting along the same direction. This gives a resultant of this Fn and Fs. Yes, clear with this? And as I have told you already, whenever you are taking with a value along x and y axis, we have to also consider with a sign, is it not? So this is what I have told you already in the axial line. So same way here also we are going to take the axis. The axis which we are taking here is x axis, and y-axis. So x-axis will be writing as I and y-axis will be writing as j. This is positive, so plus I, negative, so minus I. This is again positive, downward, it is again negative. Is it not? As I've told you in the axial line itself, same way we are writing with this axis. Now, as you know already, here we have a term Fn and here we have a term Fs. This Fn is split into two components. Fn we are going to split into two components. They are Fn cos theta and Fn sin theta. Same way, Fs we are going to split into two components such as Fs cos theta and Fs sin theta. When you see here, how is this Fs sin theta and Fn sin theta are, so here is Fs sin theta, here is Fn sin theta, they are opposite direction, so they cancel each other. So we'll be considering only the cos theta. So only here I am writing as first for Fn is equal to Fn cos theta plus Fn sin theta, and as we know the formula mu naught by 4 pi into Qm divided by r dash square. So this is for Fn. Same way when you are writing for Fs, so Fs can be written as what? So why I am writing here as minus is, see here, this is Fn cos theta. So Fn cos theta is along what direction? Minus x-axis. So I am writing as minus here. And same way for sin theta, Fn sin theta, it is along positive j. And so I am writing as plus j. Yes. And next, if I am writing for Fs, okay. So this is along what direction? Minus I. So for sin theta, I will be writing as, sorry, Fs, I will be writing as minus Fs cos theta, and same way here this is in the minus, and so I'll write as minus Fs sin theta into j. Yes, so the next equation here is, so as I have told you, minus, this is also minus and this is also minus because both are in the negative direction, and same way Fs is equal to what? Mu naught by 4 pi Qm divided by r dash square. So this I have just represented this in the diagram. Okay, so along positive direction is a Fn sin theta, and same way negative direction is a Fs sin theta, and here this both acts along the minus I. Okay, so clear with this equation? So the main thing is we have to know with these two equations Fs and Fn. Okay, so taking that two equations, we'll be writing with the next one, which is F is equal to Fn plus Fn. Sorry, Fs. Okay, so F is equal to Fn plus Fs because force due to north pole and south pole. The net force is equal to the magnetic field. Already we have written in the axial line also, that is F is equal to B. Same way here also the force is equal to the magnetic field. So instead of this F, I am going to write as B. Okay. Now substitute the value of Fn and Fs in this. Fn is equal to Fn cos theta and Fn sin theta. Same way for Fs also. So after writing this, I am going to substitute a value. What is that value I am going to do is Fn is equal to Fs. Why Fn is equal to Fs is because the previous one, if you see the value, Fn is also equal to mu naught by 4 pi Qm by r square. Same way Fs is also the same. So wherever you are having the value of Fs, so see here this term I am writing it as it is, and this term also writing it as it is. But here instead of this Fs, I am going to write as Fn. Same way here also instead of Fs, I am going to write as Fn. Okay. Now when you see here, this is minus Fn cos theta and minus Fn cos theta. I am writing as it is plus Fn sin theta, and minus Fn sin theta gets cancelled. Okay, so minus Fn cos theta and minus Fn cos theta, if you add, you will be getting as minus 2 Fn into cos theta. So now instead of this Fn, I am going to substitute the value here. So what is the value of Fn is? Fn is equal to mu naught by 4 pi into qm divided by r dash square as it is. Next, cos theta and I cap. Okay, now the main thing is we are going to find what is the value of cos theta. For finding with what is the value of cos theta, again we are going to take the same equation as we took already. Okay, so same triangle we are going to take. Yes, so if we take the triangle now, we'll get as, so this is the triangle we are taking, so that we'll get the value of cos theta in this. So taking this triangle, what is the formula for cos theta? Cos theta is equal to adjacent by hypotenuse. So see here, so this is the angle theta. So opposite to this is opposite. So here is adjacent and this one is hypotenuse. So substitute the value here. So L and hypotenuse we are substituting, and this gives you a value of cos theta. Yes, clear with this? Okay, and here you are going to substitute instead of cos theta. So instead of cos theta, I am writing with this value. Moreover, instead of r dash, as we know already, r dash is equal to what? R square plus L square whole power 1 by 2. But here, and what we know already is r dash is equal to r square plus L square the whole power 1 by 2, is it not? So this is the value of r dash, but here we are having the value r dash square. Okay, so r dash square, that is what we are having here, is it not? So when you write this r dash square, this square and this 1 by 2 gets cancelled, and so we'll be getting just r square plus L square. So only I am writing here as just r square plus L square. So this term as it is, so qm divided by this term as it is, same way the front one as it is. Okay, and instead of this cos theta, I am going to write this value here and also I cap. Okay, now what I'm going to do is going to multiply the denominator. So when I'm going to multiply this denominator, what I'll be getting is, so multiply the denominators here. Here when you see, this is of the power 1. Okay, but here when you see, this is of the power 1 by 2. So when you multiply this, the powers get added. So 1 plus 1 by 2, that becomes as 3 by 2. So that will be in the next step. So see here, so first one is power 1 and the next one is power of 1 by 2. So this is of power 1 and this is of power 1 by 2. So 1 plus 1 by 2, if you add and if you take the LCM, so 1 plus 1 by 2, if you add, that becomes this 2 if you take it to other side. So 2 plus 1 divided by 2. Yes, so that is equal to 3 by 2, and so I am writing this value as 3 by 2 here. Okay, and as it is the other terms, but 2 alone I am going to multiply inside. Okay, so that this qm into 2l can be written as pm. Okay, so qm into 2l can be written as pm, as we know this formula already we have seen in the axial line also. Okay, now what I am going to do is I am going to neglect the value of L, because the value of L is very small when you compare the value of R. So neglecting the value of L, so we will get R square whole power 3 by 2 as it is. Now this 2 and this 2 gets cancelled, so we will get R power 3. Okay, so this R power 3 I am going to substitute in this place. So we are getting R power 3. Okay, and this Pm into I cap, that can be written as Pm vector. Okay, so this is Pm vector. Yes, so this gives a value of the magnetic field which is along the equatorial line. This is a very important question, as this can be asked as a 5 mark. So axial and equatorial line are very important question. So just go through with this and write with this. Yes, thank you.